Hi everyone. Oh, okay. Right. There's a lot gone on in the last week, quite obviously, regarding the abuses and the pushbacks. There was a pushback yesterday. We see it. It was reported. There's been a lot of abuses going on by Frontex. Not physical abuses. This is verbal abuses, and we've had people coming off of boats running like hell. There has been weapons pointed at children and women and things like this, which really has to stop. So anyway, there's a couple of things here I want to read out. I mean, one thing is, if you're a member of Frontex and you're causing abuses and we have video evidence, one day you'll go to court. It's not an excuse if someone orders you to do something illegal. It's not an excuse. And if a person ordered you to abuse people, then they will go to court as well. One day all this is coming out. And it is coming out now. After the Second World War, we had the Nuremberg trials. And what's going on here, believe it or not, there will be trials. You might be able to run and hide, but not for long. We'll find you. Believe me, we'll find you. And there's a lot of evidence being taken now. It's a lot easier today to have the evidence because people have iPhones and phones and cameras, and we can film over a long distance. So you might think you can get away with abusing innocent people, but believe me, you won't. Okay, right. The agreement between European Councils and Turkey of the 17th and 18th of March 2016 is illegal. It seriously violates European law and radically betrays the EU and Italy's judicial culture. The agreement of the 17th of 18th 2016 is a decision by the heads of state of the governments of the EU which run contrary to the European law that is in force. The violations which have been recorded are numerous, including the following. The agreement envisages the forced return to Turkey of asylum seekers who entered Greece territory, passing through Turkish territory after their asylum application was declared inadmissible. According to what the European Council reported, such inadmissibility will be declared by the Greek authorities in cooperation with the UNHCR following the examination, which is defined as individual but is described in terms which apply to a collective refoulements. Art 33 of EU Directive 32/2013 on common procedures established that asylum applications can only be deemed inadmissible following the individual assessment, which may lead in such cases to establishing that an asylum seeker may be remitted into a third country which may be deemed a first country of asylum or safety third country. These two notions are specified better in Arts 35 and 38 of the same directive and are subject to compliance with requisites which cannot be observed applying to the case of Turkey in any way. In fact, the latter country, apart from violating human rights and not guaranteeing democratic principles to its citizens, does not offer sufficient protection. I mean, all that's way beyond me. But basically, Turkey is not a safe country. The reason Turkey is not in the EU is because of its human rights abuses. And to send people back is disgusting to this country. We've seen the abuses over the last year from the Coast Guard of this country, and some of the things that have scared me is they don't care. when the Sky News camera team were on a boat one time, they filmed them and they told them to turn the camera off, but they still tried to sink the boat. You know, incredible. These people were not frightened at all. You know, they know they can't be touched. And to send Kurdish people back to a country that, you know, is at war with the Kurds is so disgusting, it's unbelievable. Anyway, it says for the country that does not offer sufficient protection to asylum seekers, for it to be defined a first country of asylum, Art 24 in brackets, nor does it offer a possibility to apply for refugee status or to obtain protection in accordance with Geneva Convention, to an extent that may follow it to be deemed a safe third country. I mean, basically, you know, this rattles on about laws and everything else, but basically what's gone on here, they've tried to destroy the Geneva Convention, which is disgusting, absolutely disgusting. They've tried to implement laws that are so disgusting, it's unbelievable. I mean, this is the Italian one. This goes on and on and on about all the laws that have been broken. And you know what really gets to me, the UNHCR should really go again. And the UNHCR are there for refugees, and they really should scream about this. They should be screaming to the top of their voices about this, not sitting there just putting out bits of paper. They should be all over the media saying this is wrong, this is disgusting. You know, we've gone back 60 years. We've let these people in authority get away with this. I mean, they're literally the 220 that went last time. Out of the 220, there was 13 that we know of tried to apply for asylum here, and they were still pushed back by Frontex. Frontex put a statement out saying that no one wanted asylum here. You know, I mean, these people are risking their lives to come across the sea. They're coming out of a war zone. They're being shot at and everything else. And Frontex puts out a statement. They don't want asylum. That is so disgusting, it's unreal. Of course they want asylum. They're risking their lives to get here, for Christ's sake. A lot of them are dying getting here, you know. And for Frontex to put out a statement like that is wrong. And believe me, Frontex, the people in your, that you employ and everything else, and the abuses they're doing, one day, this will go to court. There's a lot of film, there's a lot of photographs. This will go to court. And when it does, these people will be responsible. And the people ordering these people will be responsible. It happened in the Nuremberg trials, and it will happen again. Believe me. This is going down. And we will stop this abuse throughout Europe towards human beings. This is very, very wrong. And we will find the people that are responsible for this. And believe me, you will go to court. You will be on trial. You can run and you can hide and you can try to put laws in the way to stop us getting you to court. But we will get you to court. Because what you've done here is so disgusting, it's unbelievable. Right. That was the Greek one. Sorry, that's the Italian one. I mean, there's a lot about laws and everything else, what they've broken and everything else. These people that have signed this EU-Turkey agreement. So now I'm going to read you another one. This is a Spanish one. Be inspired. Legal action against EU-Turkey deal. Did your minister, Prime Minister, President, Queen sign the EU-Turkey deal? You can help. Sue them. Yeah? If they signed it, sue them. Let's get them to court. In Spain, the first of hopefully many such lawsuits was started today. Okay? The Spanish United Left presented a charge of crimes against humanity at the Supreme Court directed against Mariano Rajoy, who has signed the criminal agreement between the EU and Turkey on behalf of Spain. In case you can read Spanish, here is what you can find in the full text. And there's what's name on the internet. You can go in and read it in Spanish. If you are part of an organization that would be seriously interested, capable and committed to carry out similar action, we can help get in touch with the relevant Spanish folks to learn how they did this, in case it could be of help. If you are a lawyer yourself and can help us to prepare info on how to go about similar lawsuits, which we understand are not easy to do for just anyone, please drop us a note. We are not experts in this, and we would be extremely grateful for your help. In the meantime, we ask you also, when you can prepare a lawsuit, please do not keep it quiet. Make yourself heard as many ways as possible. This deal must be stopped. Okay? Now, you have, because of this deal, but these leaders and the EU Commission has a lot to answer for. These people that run the EU Commission, these people are part of the EU Commission. Because of what they're doing, the fascists around the world, and around Europe especially, are standing up big time and having a go. You know, because of what you've done here. And this is wrong. I ask everyone, anywhere you are, there's a lot of iPhones, there's a lot of cameras going around now. If you have fascists screaming at innocent people, take a photograph. If you have fascists, which was a petrol bomb put in a cafe just recently, last night I think it was, in Chios, and if you can get a photograph of these people, get a photograph. At the moment, because of what the EU have done, this deal, this absolutely criminal deal with Turkey, the fascists are jumping out all over the place, which at the end of the day is not a bad thing, because we need evidence against these people. I've had so much crap this week about who's going to rape my wife and who's going to rape my daughter and everything else coming through on the internet, and what they're going to do to me is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And believe me, the people that have given me shit, I've kept a record of everything. I've taken screenshots of everything, and this is what everyone else should do. Because we are not going back 60 years here. We have to go forward. We have to stop this abuse, this disgusting behaviour by governments, by Frontex, and people like this. Frontex, you're border control. What gives you the right to abuse innocent people? I don't know. But it's very, very wrong. And you believe me, there needs to be an inquiry into Frontex, big time. And there needs to be an inquiry into what's gone on here, big time. And there needs to be an inquiry, a completely independent inquiry about the people that signed this paper and about the European Commission. Because what's gone on here is put this world back 60 years. You know, you have destroyed all human rights within Europe. Yeah? And the suffering going on here is incredible. When these people first started coming en masse a year ago, I was hoping the EU would show its big heart and show how civilized it was towards human beings. God, what a big mistake I made there. Huh? Because it's been abuse after abuse after abuse. Yeah? From people sitting in offices. And it's disgusting. And a lot of people have lost their lives through it. A lot of people have suffered through it. And this has to stop. This really has to stop within Europe. We are meant to be bloody civilized people in Europe. And what these people have done is put us back 60 years. And quite obviously we're not civilized people. Because we are literally making human beings suffer. Babies, women, children. We're pointing guns at people's heads. Babies, women, children. And this has to stop. This has to stop. I am so disgusted with Europe and the leaders of Europe. It's unbelievable. What you've done is so wrong, it's unbelievable. And what this European Commission has done is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And it has to stop now. We are human beings and we should be looking after human beings. Okay, the last thing I want to say. We've, one of the people that were here, one of the Pakistani men that was here, he was handcuffed and shoved out quickly. I received a call, a friend of mine, Stephen, was telling me all about it. Anyway, he managed to keep in contact with him and everything else. And he sent us a WhatsApp name saying, I received a call from my Pakistani friend, and I had not heard from them in 2 days, and I was worrying. This person phoned and his phone had been confiscated, but he borrowed another one from a cellmate. Someone sneaked one in. Their transportation experience was frightening, but they report that the camp in a certain place in North Greece where they are now is clean and comfortable, much better than Moria. Even the bathrooms and showers are clean, and they're each giving €5 87 cents. Why 87 cents daily to purchase their own food? They are still allowed to share a cell together, so they pool the money for food and prepare meals together. The police at the centre are very good. My friends has never hesitated to tell me when things were bad. This is very good news. Anyway, how long they'll be there, we don't know. This is up on the northeast coast, northeast of Greece. A lot of people have been moved up to that area, and a lot of people, I was told a week ago, were being moved across the border by minibus. Whether this is true or not, I really don't know. But this particular place sounds fairly good, except we've just had a report that 10 people have gone missing from this prison. They were shipped out on a minibus, and no one knows where they are. I say I've had reports they're taking people across the border. We know that people have been sent back and they've been pushed back. So we know people have landed up in Kabul, in Afghanistan, that are from here. And we know for a fact about these papers that are given out that people have to put their thumbprint on to sign all their rights away, which are in English, not in Kurdish, not in Farsi or Arabic. And we know there's a lot going on here that shouldn't be going on. Believe me, the people that have caused this, we will get you in court. You can sit in your offices and you can be a fascist and a racist and whatever you do against human beings. You are a human. You were born a human. Your parents are human. Your grandfather is human. You maybe have kids yourself. Yeah? And the suffering you've caused out here is absolutely incredible, and it has to stop. It really has to stop. Okay, that's enough. I am really pissed about these people. They sit in offices, they make lots of money, and all they do is abuse. And after the Second World War, the Nuremberg trials went on, and after the Nuremberg trials, there were still cases, and there will be still cases going on with this in years to come. And believe me, I know you're going to try and cover it all up, and I know you're going to try and hide and everything else, but we will find the people responsible for this. Okay, all the best, everyone. Bye.